entire tournament, didn't concede. It was these gloves. They used to call them golden, but they're silver now. But still has the same impact. It's greater. Then coach comes in here with the I've never seen in my life. Hey, it says CAF Women's Champions. Yes, that's what it says. All right, it says it has a bit of French, which I'm going to skip right now because we're not going to be embarrassing ourselves like that. Mamelodi Sundowns, Viega Queens FC. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I can't read. But you know what? This is the trophy, guys. And there were more. It's just that all the ladies couldn't come through. We dominated. You know when you have an award ceremony, and not only are you winning the event, but you're taking all in front of you. I think I just need to take a deep breath. But I can tell you that two people who are probably as tired as hell have made it a point to be here in studio with us. And we don't take that for granted. Andile Dlamini, goalkeeper of the tournament. Jerry Shabalala, Sundowns ladies coach extraordinaire. Yeah, that part wasn't there before. We've gone to Home Affairs and we've added and given him an extra name. You know, he is Mr. Jerry Shabalala, extraordinaire. Thank you very much, Minister of Home Affairs, for accepting that name.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
And Rob Alter is the Proteas coach and also Gift Taka, who is a cricket analyst.
Now that we're looking at 2027, is this where now we're going to be seeing the change in terms of the ODI setup? Or we're still going to keep Temba as the captain?
I mean, firstly, it surprises me that people are asking questions about Temba's being captain moving forward. Yeah, I don't think you're going to foresee many guys stepping away from 50 over cricket just yet. I'm worried by the quality of the young cricketers in this country. There's a number of guys who are going to stay involved. Temba's one of them. I mean, Temba will step away when he decides to. But as long as he keeps performing like he's performed this year, we're certainly not going to have a conversation about moving him out just yet.
#MSW. #MSW.
Oh man, it would be sacrilege if we went on with this show and we didn't baptize. I think Jerry and Andy are getting tired of this, aren't they?
I've paid my dues.
But they have paid their dues, man.
I've done my sentence, but committed no crime.
We'll play a Smolanyana version.
And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of bad kicks in my face, but I've come through. And I need to go on. We are the champions, my friend.
There's so much happening for these ladies, but they're just champions and champions and champions and Netflix champions again. We'll talk about the movie stars. I spoke to you, Jerry, during the week. You knew nothing about being on Netflix, but I'll remind him again. But you know, let's take a deep breath, man. Exceptionally in a class of their own. An emphatic 3-0 victory. That's what it set them apart. I mean, what a win to etch your name in the history books. Mamelodi Sundowns ladies have cemented their place as the queens of football in Africa. Let that sink in. Queens of football where? In Africa. After being crowned the Women's CAF Champions League winners for the second time in 3 years. Again, let that sink in. Second time in 3 years. And not only champions, but also fair play team of the 2023 CAF Women's League. Fair play for the entire team. So on Sunday, Banyana Bastal defeating the impressive new Moroccan kids on the block, Sporting Casablanca in Ivory Coast. They're the first side to win the tournament twice, and having first won it back in 2021 during the tournament's inception. But even better, they are the first South African team. Okay, this is where I need to switch this music off because this is where it matters most. They are the first South African team to win the tournament twice. 2021 the first time when it was in its inception. And they're the first South African team to win the Champions League twice. both men and women. Remember Sundowns, the men, they won it back in 2016. Orlando Pirates did it in 1995. They've done it once. So this is the Brazilian second continental title in less than a week after Bafana Bastille, the men's team, won the inaugural African Football League last Sunday. So both the ladies and the men's triumph came against Moroccan opponents, summing up the club's stature as a powerhouse of football. So I think from all of us, salute to the champions, massive salute to the sound visionary, stern leadership and burning passion from everyone at Mamelodi Sundowns. They've certainly cultivated a winning tradition at Klorkop. I could go on, but it's not me you want to hear. It's the champions' voices that you want to hear. And they're right here. I don't even know. Where do I start? Left or right? Coach? 4-4-3, 4-2-2,
3-4-3.
3-4-3, 3-0,
Kort langs something about 3 zonk.
3 everything. Hey, 3 independent awards, 3 this, 3 that. It's crazy.
It's very, very crazy, Rob. First thing first, let me greet you and greet your listeners back at home. Thank you for having us here.
And let's remind everybody that we're also live on the YouTube channel. So you can actually see the champions. We'll be zooming in and out of these beautiful, beautiful trophies that have come here and adored our studio. They're adorned in such a way that we feel pride, man. Andile, as the Americans were calling her during the World Cup, man. Andile Dlamini.
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 Yeah.
You don't stop, do you?
So there's this shield campaign called I'm Not Done Yet. It's hashtag I am not done yet, or hashtag we are not done yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're never going to be done.
It has to keep on going on, and especially to inspire, like I've always been saying, to inspire the next generation. You know, to inspire those girls that want to play football but they don't have hope in women's football growing. This is the hope.
Yeah.
You know, making history. You just mentioned something that didn't even click on my mind, that we are the first actually to win it twice.
Yeah.
You know, in that competition, which is great. It's incredible for everyone, for the coaches, for my teammates, for Mamelodi Sundowns fans, for women football lovers, for African football. So, yeah.
But how do you even think of, I don't know, you probably didn't hear it. We used it in our opening, the intro for the show. Exactly what you told the nation. It wasn't an interview. You just went to a camera and you spoke.
Yeah.
But how do you, after a performance like that, conjure up the kind of words to inspire the next generation, to inspire the next girl, to inspire the next lady who has not been given an opportunity? But you just played 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You've just conquered the continent.
Yeah.
You've just not conceded a goal. How do you, I don't know, Jerry, maybe you help me here before she answers that question.
Now, Rob, I think it's something that it's within her, you know.
Yeah.
It's something that comes out naturally. It's something that you don't have to think about it. If you know why you're doing it, then you'll know the reason behind. I'm doing this just to inspire the younger ones. I'm doing this possibly just to inspire the young and upcoming coaches, those who want to be coaches, you know, to prove that, or just to show that there's life in coaching, you know, but you just got to be patient about it. And even the younger ones, those who still wants to play football, that to say there's future in women's football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, I'm still going to come back to you with that question, because it really, when I saw and heard it, I was just like, this is not a human being. You're blessed by gods of a different type, and I think that's a special thing that is blessed unto you. You wear something that I didn't acknowledge, because I'm seeing it around your neck right now, that gold medal. Nazog. Coach Sherry, I think in all the jokes and all the humor, in all that you do, in trying to dilute and simplify this beautiful game of football, which has been what you do, right? The humor focused together with seriousness and a desire for people to work. That medal around your neck right now, is saying what to Jerry?
Yeah, look, Rob, it says a lot. It says a lot to me, you know. When I look back and I say, where do I come from with this football, with this women's football?
Yeah.
I still can't believe now that today I'm the one who's wearing the medal that's written KEF, as in like, you are a champion of Africa.
Yeah.
You know, jokingly sometime, I think it was 10 years back, there's a guy by the name of Nkoli Sikwela, may his soul rest in peace. You know, he jokingly took a bottle of Coke.
Yeah.
He used to like Coke a lot. And he was interviewing me and said, Coach, Sundowns, Sundowns. He's a Zulu guy. And I was like to him, go and but I wanna make Mamelodi Sundowns one of the best teams in Africa.
Wow.
You know, and back then, to me, it just came out to say, I just want to make Mamelodi Sundowns one of the best teams in Africa. Today, when I see this medal on my neck, that's when I realize that all the hard work, the sacrifices that I've put, you know, they're currently bearing their fruits. And it's not because of me being clever or because of me having the knowledge of the game and all that, but also the grace of God, you know.
But the desire. I mean, you wouldn't have said that in that Coke bottle if you didn't mean it.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't have said it. Earlier on today, I said, I can't wait for FIFA to announce and say there's a FIFA Club Women World Club World
FIFA
Cup for
Club World Cup.
Yeah, for women.
Club World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, and I said that we want to compete in that competition with Mamelodi Sundowns, and we want to be the best team in the world, and it's possible.
That's visionary.
For
The
sure.
jersey you're wearing, is it still got 1 star? Okay. When is it adjusting?
You know, lucky enough, while we were there in Ivory Coast, when the manager came back from the MCM meetings, it was announced that we can have our star on our jersey, the previous one.
Yes.
So we're going to have another one.
It's going to be 2 now.
3 with the one that was brought by boys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're going to fuse them.
I don't know how they're going to put them, but we're going to have 2 stars on the jersey that we're playing with very, very soon.
Wow. That is acknowledgement of a different kind. And Andile, just back to you. The inspiration, the final whistle, the outburst, the positive outburst. What drove that?
I think most of all, the people at the stadium reminded me of how, you know, forces that are not on the field play a huge impact. And I thought to myself, the people that couldn't come to the stadium need to hear something, because at least the ones that were at the stadium, they witnessed, you know, the hearts that we put on the field and the love that we gave them as well as football players. And, you know, I don't know, it just happened. It just naturally happened that I just walked. I didn't know what to do next. You know, I was just running around and I was like, I see everyone is so happy. You know, everyone is so happy because this is our dream. We've always wanted to go back and just take the trophy, because we feel like everybody works hard, you know. You know, coach screams at the top of his lungs, and we didn't want him to go back to South Africa as said coach. Yeah, and we also didn't want to see ourselves as said human beings. But when I stood there, I thought to myself, that young girl, because there's that young girl that doesn't believe that they can come out from a difficult situation. It is possible. You know, that team, Mamelodi Sundowns team, it has a lot of individuals that are incredible, and they come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and they're doing absolutely great right now. But you know, I could say this a lot, but I think with people, it will be easy for them to just watch the
documentary.
the documentary.
When we come back from the break, we're going to be talking superstardom here. These are Hollywood superstars, Netflix. It's happening soon.
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live.
In 3, 2, 1.
On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
Get epic deals this Black Friday with Samsung and MTN. Get the Galaxy S23 Ultra for 1,079 Rand per month for 36 months on MTN Megatalk or Gig S plan. And get a free Galaxy Watch 6 and a 1,000 Rand virtual MasterCard voucher. T's and C's apply. Skip to the good stuff at an MTN store or mtn.co.za now. MTN.
A big announcement needs a big voice. The Takealot Blue Dot sale is coming soon. The biggest sale of the year kicks off 1 minute past midnight, Black Friday, 24 November. Get epic deals on tech, beauty, sport, toys, appliances, a lot for less and more. This week only, get early access to epic Takealot Blue Dot sale deals. These deals won't be beaten this Black Friday. Download the Takealot app to get early access to Takealot Blue Dot sale deals now. It's big.
Salva, does it feel like your entertainment subscription is playing a magic trick with your money every payday? Now you see it. Now you don't. Monthly subscriptions are sold last month anyways. So let's flip the script this Black Friday. From the 23rd to the 30th of November, you can get the Better Box from Pep for just $6.49. Yep, save 50 Rand on an OpenView decoder and a lifetime worth of subscription fees because you only pay once. That's why OpenView is for everyone.
After this expensive wedding, I'm sure a rent will be very tricky.
Hi, girl showed me pictures of their new home.
Where? In Luxembourg?
In Joburg.
How?
Not sure. She just said, ABSA, my bank does that.
Haibo.
Yes, if you got 50% off bond registration fees as a first-time buyer with ABSA Home Loans, you'd also be proud of it. Join at absa.co.za. ABSA is an authorized FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
People always ask me what being a Crawfordian means. The answer is simple. It means I have a personalized learning journey, which is tailored to my own strengths, needs, skills, and interests, all while building relationships of trust.
At Crawford International, we recognize and celebrate the uniqueness of every child, ensuring that students receive the support, guidance, and resources necessary to reach their fullest potential. Visit our campuses and become a Crawfordian today.
It's Big Deal Wednesday at Food Lovers Market. Buy 2 1 kg tomato thrift packs for 39 Rand and get 3 English cucumbers absolutely free. That's 2 tomato thrift packs for 39 Rand and 3 cucumbers free. Save on 2 200-gram Denny white button mushroom punnets for 30 Rand and enjoy fresh chicken fillets for just 65.99 per kilo. Valid this Wednesday only at all Inland Food Lovers Market stores. The best in fresh, guaranteed.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Trainer, mentor, Colin Nathan, Nomaganjani is here. I mean, you've been very critical of how boxing is run in this country. What is the problem?
The Portfolio Committee for Parliament on Friday. But he said, no, people need to be patient on 2 weeks and 3 weeks getting paid. Now, let me ask you this question. That person in question, if you had to tell him that his salary was getting kicked back by 3 weeks, how would he feel? Fighters are less fortunate than most. We're dealing with a sport that generally the fighters come from disadvantaged backgrounds and they need that money.
Sure.
And it's all about the fighter coming first. Why do they have to wait 2-3 weeks for a payment? It's just ridiculous.
But has it always been like that?
No. Now, you telling me when a fighter gets into the ring, after he or she wins, has to wait 3 weeks for a payment. Is that fair?
#MSW. #MSW.
Good evening, Rob and the champions, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies. Rob, we are witnessing the realization of Dr. Patrice Motsepe's dream of 2004 when he said he wants to see Sundowns dominate local football and conquer the continent. And with the men's team being crowned AFL champions and the ladies winning the Champions League and their under-15 ladies being crowned the inaugural GDL League champions and the DDC team currently sitting on top of the log. That is testimony to the work that has been put at Sundowns. And this institutional excellence, for me, is something that is built on an understanding that great leaders don't have to know everything, but they can find people who are best at different things and get them to work for the same vision and work for their club. And I think Sundowns is testimony to that. And because even if you see their under 13 boys, they play, goalkeeper plays similar to Ronwen Williams, which clearly indicates that there's a playing philosophy there. And what is quite unique is that when I saw Melinda Gedieta playing, she's got a bit of a Tembazwani influence. And for me, Rob, that is something that is unique about this club. And I think the only thing that we can do is to take notes and learn from this institution. But I want to also compliment Coach Jerry, because the Ubuntu that is written in the front of the club personify his character, because he's a man of humanity, a man of great respect and integrity. And just want to ask Coach, with regards to you substituting Upiana, was it something that was planned, or was it a tactical decision because she had already received a yellow card? You were a bit cautious that she might get a red card. I just want to hear your views around that. Wishing you and your technical team all the best.
Teboko, thank you so much indeed. Let's catch that question hot off your lips, sir. How do you respond to that, Coach?
Yeah, look, thank you, Teboko, for posing that question. There was two reasons behind it why I had to pull Kolasa off. Now, I felt like on the day Kolasa was not herself, and we needed someone who could just try a little bit more, just to keep the ball more often for us, because I felt like she was but losing them a little bit. And the second one was the fact that she was already on a yellow, and I felt like second half when we go back, I knew that the first 10 to 15 minutes that team was going to be very, very aggressive. They're going to come at us, and Kolasa, she's one of the players who doesn't back off. You know, she was going to go in, and chances are that she was going to pick up a second yellow. So I felt like we needed somebody who can just try to control the ball a little bit more. Hence, we've brought in Mokoena. Yeah, but as much as she struggled a little bit, but eventually she came right.
Half time, 2-0 up. What's your worry?
My worry was for them to get that one goal. I needed them not to get that one, because it was gonna lift their tails a little bit. They were gonna have that belief that they could get the second one, you know. So we needed to keep the ball more often, you know, just to try to frustrate them more.
You've spoken about how in the build-up you tried to keep the intensity of the training sessions lesser. Give me a coaching understanding of that, because sometimes people, you know, they'll crack you as if now you're going to some form of war, and that works in reverse and the opposite happens. But you decided to decrease the intensity. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, look, Rob, when you are in competition like that, you don't have enough time to rest as a team. So the best thing to try and the best thing to try and to manage that is to lower the intensity of training. But come game situation, you look at the intensity that we play with at training. The games. And the game, the intensity is very high. But when you go to training session, they could tell you, I would cut the session. Would just go 45. Sometimes we go 35 minutes, just to lower the intensity, so that the entire energy we can use it in a game situation.
Let me use that training, Andile, to get your thinking here. You've been both national team and also with Coach Jerry within the club itself, and just how he generates and gets the team to be functioning at the rate that they do optimally. But also still, man, I think Teboko was alluding to it, that we can read your happiness as a unit through the TV screen and via the camera lens. And that can only be achieved by what the coach is putting into the mix. What is different? What does he bring to the table?
He brings a lot of freedom. As an individual, you are free to speak to him. You know, he's more like your friend, your father.
Yeah.
And when a coach does that, he has his restrictions, obviously. He's a coach. But when a coach does that, then you feel free to then speak to him. It will be easy for me to go to coach and say, as coach, I'm really tired. Yeah, this is maybe draining me, and he will listen to me. But sometimes he will say, hey. Yeah. So he knows, because he knows who Andile Dlamini. Come on, like he's coached me from the youngest age, you know, at Mamelodi Sundowns. When he came on board, I was still very young. He knows the Andile that's a little bit stubborn. He knows the Andile that's calm.
And the one that gets lazy at times.
Yeah.
You know?
So he knows that. So I think it's very important for players to actually have a great communication with their coaches, because then it's easier for it's easier for us to fight battles that people don't see, the outside forces, the negative impact that outside forces bring. It's easy for us to perform on the field of play if everybody is happy and everybody can actually be able to speak to your coach. If you can't speak to your coach, it's a problem. Or if your coach can't speak to you, it's a problem, because this is vice versa. You know, it's important for an elder to be able to sit a young one down and actually say, Andile, Bon, you're doing great. And the reason why today I felt like when I'm Iglalis, it's not because you're not good, it's because of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come on, we have like the best goalkeepers in the club. It's myself, Bakman, Sedilami. Sedilami is number 1 in Botswana, you know. And I have also Mbalenhle. Mbalenhle is the young upcoming goalkeeper. So imagine how he needs to manage that. You know, how he needs to then sit us down and say, okay, this is what's happening right now. Because when I play, Sedi cheers me on in Bali. When Sedi plays, I cheer Sedi on in Bali. You know, it's just something that's very important that people need to be aware of, that it's important for a player and a coach relationship to work accordingly. It needs to work hand in hand.
Can I tie a few dots together while you talk about that? And I think it's important what you're saying. So sitting there about a week ago, after they won their 75 million rand, Dennis Onyango. So Dennis comes through, and we talk about the goalkeeping situation. Dennis, top goalkeeper, we know that. Ronan Williams, equally so. So what do the coaches do? They can't split in half and bring one, this one, that one. No, you can't do that. So for me, it's a case of how do you get that mix correct all the time? How do we do that all the time? You, the coach. So the balance lies with you. How?
Yeah, look, Rob, it's all about having an open relationship with your players and to make your players understand the reasons behind why they are not playing. When you look, just like Andreas just alluded, when you look at a team that we've got so many good players. You look at the players that we've brought in, your Ramalipe, they're equally good. There's more like your Karabama Kurbech and all that, you know, the younger ones. But you must have a way in terms of making sure that they all belong to the team. And they must always know that the first 11 that it's playing, that doesn't mean the others can't get an opportunity to play. And I always tell them, when you are given an opportunity to play, you got to grab it with both hands. And if you're doing good at training, you will play. When you look back in the tournament that we've played, Kosafa recently, we had the young Kunjula Mali ahead of Trini Murif, who was playing regularly than Trini Murif. But Trini realized that if I'm not going to work hard here, Kunjula Mali will play. And Trini Murif started playing, you know, and she started working hard at training. And she was rewarded with a starting lineup come CAF Champions League. So basically it goes back into saying, if you work hard, you know, the coach will always give you that opportunity to play. And if you are not playing, I'll be able to tell you that you're not at your best. And if you are at your best, you can come to me and say, Coach, I believe that I'm at my best and I deserve to play.
The big question is, when you start a tournament, Andile, and we've heard the breakdown from Coach now, is that you always want to do your best. Is that you always want to try and limit what goes into the back of your net.
Yeah.
So to get that massive glove, it's not just that you've kept the least number of goals, it's just that you haven't conceded in the whole tournament. I know you take a lot of things and, you know, there's an outward inner strength that you have.
Yeah.
But let's be real. It's a major tournament. This puts the best clubs on the continent together. This is Champions League.
Yeah.
You don't concede the whole tournament.
We don't concede.
Yes, we. One of your players could have scored an own goal. Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
But you are the last line of defense, and you let nothing through. Come on. I don't want to hear a political answer. I want to hear a from the heart. Because for me, that is massive.
I'm a politician.
Yeah, well, we're privileged. But how do you summarize that as just a major achievement for you? Yes, for the team, but for you.
Firstly, as Andy Dlamini, I have a lot of like nerves and anxiety before the game. And there's this ritual that I have before the game, and coach knows about it. It's just that now just saying it on the show is another thing.
How you say it? This is family.
I cannot play a game without going to the toilet and do my number 2. It needs to be done.
Yes.
Yeah, so that my nerves can go, you know.
Yes.
And it's very important for me to think of it not conceding. Because when you don't concede, then you win. I said we win tournaments when you don't concede. So for me, walking in, it's playing for the badge, playing for my mom, my dad, my siblings, my teammates, my fans. It's playing for that little girl, Ohlale Winterfeld, Obonu Andile, Ake Winterfeld. Yazbuza ukuthi, why is Andile building a Winterfeld when there's Santin, when there's all these top places?
Yeah, it's a Rosebank, it's a Sandown.
Yeah.
But you talk about giving praise to parents.
Yeah.
And you're talking as if one of your parents is 5 hours away from you. When you know that is not the case. So please, introduce us to the giver, the protector,
So
our hero.
So this is my mom, Khuthatso Diana Hatting. Mama, ungasubulise abantu.
Good evening, ma'am.
Evening, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm good, and yourself?
Do you know what a blessing you've brought for us here? Are you aware of that?
I'm aware.
And how does that make you feel?
Sure. Don't know. I can't even express myself because it's hard. Even though they won,
yeah,
I couldn't even dance or whatever. I was crying.
Tears of joy?
Yes.
Was there a bit of pain?
Healing.
No. Without that, you think of where we're coming from. You think of where are they coming from, where Mamelodi Sundowns started from. They were struggling to make it happen. You think of the salaries. Where did they start it? From there to there to there. You know, there is a thing that in the Bible or in the church or the songs that Umtatela from la, wang begala, wang bigisale.
News.
Yes. This is what I'm talking about.
Yo. No one's leaving the studio here, guys. We are celebrating. We are reflective. Hey, later
Marawa Sports Worldwide Live. On 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live. #MSW.
Why wait for tomorrow when you can try your luck today on Lotto Star's Ruby Real Rush games with a new super-sized payout? Spin the wheels to catch the Grand Express Diamond Class, Mayan Cash, Immortal Waste Diamonds, Elephant Stampede, Diamond Explosion 7s, and many more. You could win instant payouts of up to 20 million rand on our Real Rush games instantly. Lotto Star, your world of live games.
Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Work. Just a little bit longer. In a few months, we'll be sipping something sweet, chit-chatting by the beachfront. Until then, there's plenty midnight oil to burn and no time to miss the mark. We can't afford to cut corners. We're doing this rat race by the book because nothing's on the back burner when mountains need moving or gas, no...
Breaks are important. Take the Renault summer break and get a payment holiday of up to 6 months. Drive now and pay later when you purchase a new Renault Clio or Renault Kiger Turbo. Book a test drive today. at reno.co.za. Offer valid for this month only. T's and C's apply.
You know what's cooler than being in the know? It's knowing what's cool and getting up to 30% of Xiaomi smart products. Like if you're still using a manual vacuum, not cool. Hello, Xiaomi smart robot vacuum. If your TV doesn't have every streaming app, you definitely need a Xiaomi TV Box S. Facts. There's a Xiaomi product to make you cooler. Available at Takealot's Incredible Connection and Macro. Xiaomi. Innovation for everyone. T's and C's apply while stocks last.
Hi, me again. If you know what this ridiculously short 30-second ad is for, you'll probably know what I hate most about it. Yes, it's the legal line. Pineapple AFSP 48650 is underwritten by Old Mutual Insurer or licensed FSP and non-life insurer. T's and C's apply. I mean, who cares? Have you ever heard anyone say, wow, did you hear that pineapple ad? Go to pineapple.co.za for 100% insurance, 0% other stuff with all those super interesting, invaluable T's and C's. Well, I haven't. I've also never heard a complete ad where we...
Your next move is everything. Is it silencing the distractions? Or is it focusing on expanding your knowledge? Because growth requires focus. Wits Business School should be your next move, with executive education programs tailored for your needs. Now you can focus on taking the next step. Visit wbs.ac.za to register for executive education programs today. Wits Business School, sculpting global leaders.
The Cannabis Expo is back in Sandton this weekend and features over 1,000 products and businesses representing the cream of the crop in the global cannabis industry. It's the largest cannabis event on the continent and includes the cannabis food market for the tastiest munchies and the Freedom Festival featuring the dopest DJs. If you're interested in cannabis or cannabusiness, roll up to the Cannabis Expo this Friday to Sunday at the Sandton Convention Center and enjoy 2 free canna cocktails while you're there. Visit thecannabisexpo.co.za now.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Trainer, mentor, Colin Nathan, Nomaganjan is here. I mean, you've been very critical of how boxing is run in this country. What is the problem?
The most important aspect of boxing is the boxer. If you look administratively in this country, there's a commission that is supposed to do 2 things in South African boxing, which is governed by the Act of Parliament, right? 1 is administratively, 2 is to protect the fighter. Now, I don't think either are being covered. There have been so many cancellations of tournaments. Fighters cutting weight, been told a day before that the fight's off. Fighters going to a venue in Sun City, not being told that the fight's not going to take place.
Reasons?
There's no money in the bank.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
It's a championship show. It's exactly, 16 minutes to the hour. It's Marawa Sports Worldwide live on 947. We're live on Vuma FM, Rise FM, Sowetan live on the YouTube channel. In fact, I'm just looking at a whole pile of messages coming through on the YouTube channel here. Debocho was saying, I'm a fan, but I love how they're doing their job. I think credit must go to the president of Mamelodi Sundowns. Also, Debocho says, you got to agree with me that we must take all the Sundowns players to play in our national teams. Spain did it. It was a success. Germany did it. It was also successful. He says, those were the wise words by Andile after the game. Very inspiring. Debocho says, my question is, was there ever communication between Tajeri and Safa regarding him to help Desri at the World Cup? Because I heard also that there is rumors that Sundowns technical team is about to go help Hugo in the AFCON. Are these rumors? We don't like rumors. Prajir, help us. Did they ask you to go help there, Banyana?
Nope.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Would you?
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
You want to carry on this journey?
Yes.
But national team. If you're not busy, would you consider? Okay. That's an answer already. Let's leave it. You are nominated. CAF. Coach of the Year. CAF Coach of the... Not for the first time, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Not for the first time. But again, it has a Banyana twist to it because you're up against the lady that brought the dignity to the country. all the way in Australia, New Zealand, quarterfinal, so on and so on. But firstly, congratulations on the nomination.
Thank you, Brother Rob. I don't think I would have been nominated if it wasn't of my players.
Yeah.
You know, and the support that I get from the management of Sundowns. You know, they've played a huge role in terms of trusting me with this team to push it to be where it is today. And credit must go to them, and credit must go to my players for fighting for me in that field of play.
There was a little mention earlier on about something that's about to happen on Netflix. But before we even get there, I look at the group of players, I look at you as an individual. Now that I've met Mama as well, I can tell where the strength comes from. But I also just want to, I don't know if you can hear this without your headphones, but I'll do this. Why are you stopping to sing? Huh? I must cut.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, this song, you know, Rob, this song makes me so emotional. When I look back where I come from, and when I look back at the sacrifices that I've made, and it was one of those days when I was listening to the song, and it broke me, brother. It broke me. This thing in Netflix, man, it tell my emotions. But you know, when I look at my family, and it was tough. It was one of those sacrifices that one has to do. You know, in life you meet people and you sacrifice and you say, look, this is the journey that I want to take. But the unfortunate part was with a particular person that time, which it was my wife. It wasn't to be because of I never had time for my family. I never gave my kids, my two beautiful at the time. I never gave my ex-wife time. And it happened that at some point we had to call it quits.
As a result of your dedication and sacrifice
to football. Yeah, and when I play this song, it says, you know, I'm still wearing your name, and things will never be the same. You know, it just broke my heart, but it is what it is. It's life, it's part of it, and it's my journey, you know? Yeah, I would always say my life is a testimony, and it is what it is. It's something that I had to go through.
And Nesby, I'm still wearing your name.
Yeah.
And that's what you wear. When they talk about people that wear their hearts on their sleeves, they talk about Coach Jerry. I know, Mama, you were listening, and I'll give him a break for 2 seconds just to digest, just to let it out. As a mother, as a parent, and you're feeling Coach Jerry's pain right now, and you've obviously seen him go through these sacrifices. He was telling us off air about how open and humbling and welcoming you've been to the other members of the team, and how early he started working with Wandile. How do we as a country get him back emotionally to where we think he should be, having gone through this journey? It's tough.
Very tough. It's very tough.
But what would you say to Coach Jerry? I mean, he's sitting right here in front of us. He must never lose the hope. That he lost is not lost forever. That he had to sacrifice for is not lost, because as a country, we have this but we can't fill that little gap, that big gap
exactly
in his heart.
All I can say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Undlule khona baba. Into nento inesikhathi sayo. So if ever undlule esikhathini esifana njengalezo, qhubeka ubheke phambili. Qhubeka ubheke phambili and then trust in the Lord. I think uNkulunkulu uzobuya kusula inyembezi mntanami. I also pass on that thing. That is why me too ungithachile. Uyangizwisisa. So nami ngidlulile lapho, but ngidlule kubhlungu ukukhulisa abantwana. Uyi-one. You also know my life. Khulisa abantwana uyi-one, but namhlanje what is happening? Ubonile now, Didi was there. He came to my life. uNkulunkulu yamthumela umuntu. Now kanjalo uNkulunkulu uzoyivala leyo gap leyo. You will forget about this. One day uzosho ukuthi umama washo. You will get the right person and I'll pray for you.
Mama, thank you. Thank you so much. I know if you're just tuning in, it might not sound like we're celebrating, but we are. We're also going through the life's emotions at the same time. Coach Jerry, nominated for something that he can never reverse and not for the first time. And I think that's where the direction of this conversation happened. Still wearing your name. We'll take some of your WhatsApp voice notes. We'll make sure that we play them so you can hear them. We're breathing. We're celebrating. It's life. It's a journey.
Good evening, Robert Marawa. You are speaking to Tebetla D10 all the way from Northwest. Rob, firstly, let me start by saying congratulations to Mamelodi Sundowns ladies. They are the champions. And I can guarantee you that even next year, they will still defend their title. It's theirs. If you can check all the teams that are playing there, Robert, Sundowns got no match in all those teams. So, Rob, it's another point that I want to make, Robert. It's a point of Andile Dlamini not playing the World Cup. It simply shows that, Robert, there were issues between Andile and Desiree. And if we can ask Desiree, to be honest, there was something wrong. Because Andile, she's a good shot stopper. She is very good. I saw how many saves he made on that game. And then you compare him with Kalen Swart, who was the first choice at the World Cup. I think that's what cost us the places in the World Cup. We could have gone through to the next stages. But it's a story for another day. But I know deep down they won't tell us now. But the time when Andile retires, he will spill the beans. I'm telling you, Robert. Thank you very much, Rob.
Thank you so much indeed. It's an ongoing narrative, isn't it? Eh? How do you handle it now? I mean, here we are, 21st of November 2023. It's there. And the more you perform, the more you get the accolades, the more minds go back to that World Cup. How do you handle it today?
Can you just stop? Because I'm honestly tired about it. I work with, Kaylin. She's also an individual. She goes through so much because everything that I achieve now, it's World Cup. But I have a family, which is Mamelodi Sundowns. I have a family that I also represent, which is the national team. And also I have a family that I represent that go through so much, at home. So who am I? I'm an Iron Man. Don't I make mistakes? I think it's also important that we leave the past in the past. I honestly don't want to talk about the World Cup. I honestly want to achieve everything that I've achieved because I want to be celebrated for that moment and not be reminded of things of the past. I don't want to be reminded of that.
Because we can't change that.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
And I'm appreciating the love I get from South Africans because of who they know I am, and I appreciate that. But can my moments be my moments? And can I not enjoy or rather like
share
my moments with with other people, not unless it's my teammates who I've won, the trophies with. It's important that we take care of mental well-being of each and everyone, because we want to see everyone perform to the best of their abilities. And for them to perform to the best of our abilities, they need the support. There's a gap that we need to close still in this world, the men and women gap, which we still need to close, where whether we like it or we don't, men are most preferred to get, more salaries or be supported more, So we need to close that gap. And how do we close that gap? Is if we have positive female athletes on the field. When I say athletes, I mean including all sporting codes. So I think I have a great family in Mamelodi Sundowns. Coach also supports me. My teammates also support me, and I've went through so much as an individual, and I honestly want to post a picture, and I'm celebrated for that accolade, not anything else.
Kabuyelo, hi, Kabuyelo, hi, Kabuyelo, Masandawana. Good evening, Robert. I'm excited. I'm happy for those ladies. Robert, they live according to principles of Sundowns to win competitions. Well done. And it's a lesson to other teams, Robert, to start having ladies squad. Because it's going to be a problem in future if they have to play in CAF. It's a prerequisite to have a ladies squad in order to participate there. Nonetheless, congratulations. You did us proud. The Yellow Nation is happy. Get the man. Thank you. Good choice always.
The man with the voice. Hey, we can't beat that. Thank you so much indeed. You know what? As I said, Andile Dlamini, goalkeeper of the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League, conceding 0 goals. Tolagele Refilo has scored 5 goals to win the top goal scorer of the 2023 Champions League. Player of the tournament, Boitumelo Rabale. Extraordinary performance in 2023. Mamelodi Sundowns crowned the fair play team of the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League. A lot of people have got Netflix. When are we watching? When does it debut? When does it go on? Who's got the info? You didn't know when you were in Ivory Coast, Coach Cher.
It's airing tomorrow.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is there a time? I don't know how these things work. We used to...
As long as it's the 22nd,
Yeah.
Netflix, just go there.
Just go there.
Yeah, Netflix, I Naskat.
And Naskat.
I Naskat Netflix.
Australia,
I'm
well,
there
back
at
in those
Netflix.
days, 7:30. What is it? Yeah, there. So we don't know how these things work. So tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Where are you guys viewing it, though? Because surely you must be, together.
We had the opportunity to
the preview.
To watch it on Showmax.
Okay.
So now it's on Netflix, where it's giving opportunity to everybody in the world to watch, which is incredible. I think for a girl footballer, for me it's something huge. And my teammates are extremely excited about it. Coach is excited about it. Our parents are excited about it.
She's excited that she had a football player, now she's got a movie star. Tato, thank you so much, man. Good to see you. Thank you for, I know we kind of, we didn't, but yeah, here you are. You did well for this interview. We really appreciate you. We appreciate what you've done. Andile, congratulations, man. You remain a superstar.
I'm nominated, Brarob.
Yes.
I'm nominated. Firstly, I'm also nominated for the CAF. Both Player of the Year and Goalkeeper of the Year.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'm also nominated on the other awards. Is it GQ?
Oh, the GQ.
Yeah.
The magazine.
Yeah, where people can vote for me. The website is on my TikTok.
Okay.
So people must just go on my TikTok, Sticks. It's Sticks on TikTok, and just click on the link. Then viewer's choice, choose Andile Dlamini. Vote.
Don't worry. I'll retweet, I'll post, I'll support, I'll do What did Ning, man? We couldn't get there. Hey, we were congratulating, and then Brajiri caught us off guard with the tears there. So my apologies. I acknowledge the nominations.
Who
We're out
for
of time.
Nesby? You don't have to bring Nesby in that.
Okay, I apologize. We'll talk over there, Coach. Guys, thank you so much, man. We're flat out of time. Congratulations once again. You remain complete role models to all of us, and may you continue superstars on Netflix.
Thank you so much.